Hi, I'm Kevin from ElderNetHub.com. Thank you very much for joining me today. I thought today we'd make a quick video on home care agencies that are struggling to get new clients. Maybe you've just opened up your business and you're really nervous because you've invested all of this money into this new business venture and you don't know if it's going to pay off. What I can tell you is that the home care realm is absolutely exploding. It is set to maybe quadruple in the next 10 years. You can absolutely get a huge piece of that home care market by doing some very simplistic things on your end that will cost you virtually nothing. It's just your time and your effort. And if you put it in and you do these few things, you can make sure that your phone will start ringing and you won't be struggling to get clients any longer. So, most agencies today are not relying on word of mouth. Those days are over. You have to have a strong social media presence. You've got to have a strong website. You've got to have a digital domain that people are going to land on that is going to show them what you offer. A lot of people are on their phones and their desktop computers, and they are actively looking for a home care provider. So we just can't rely on word of mouth. But before we can even build any of those things or put any thought into those platforms, we want to make sure that we know the audience that we're going after. I always use this analogy in marketing. A good fisherman, a fisherman that's worth his weight, isn't going to pull up to a lake or the ocean with simply one rod, one reel, and go out and expect to catch anything. No, that person is going to have a professional tackle box that is going to have different lures, weights, line, hooks, so that when they go out, they're able to connect with the kind of fish that they're looking to grab at that point. So knowing your audience is key, not having just one flat static website or informational flyer that we're taking into the field. We want to have something that is at the ready for the people that we're going to potentially speak with. And that falls into a couple different categories. There's multiple categories, but let's go over like the four major ones right now. And that's number one, the adult child. The person that's the decision maker, maybe the power of attorney, the family caregiver that's burning the candle at both ends, taking care of a family, working, and also taking care of mom or dad. And they're burning the candle at both ends and they need a break. They need respite care. So, having a section on your website or in your marketing materials that talks about giving that family caregiver the well deserved break that they need. So, having that marketing piece at the ready is key to reach out to that demographic. Then we want to have a piece for the actual senior, maybe for that husband or the wife that's taking care of their partner. They are too old to maybe help them do a transfer or get them a safe shower. And they need someone to come in a couple times a week to do some light housework, some laundry, help them take a bath or a shower. And they need your help to do that. So having a marketing piece for that. And then having an entire section of professional made marketing pieces and a section on our website speaking directly to the medical care providers, the discharge planners, the doctors, the nurses, the nurse practitioners, the case managers, having all of these information at the ready, focused and ready for them in a professional binder so that when we go out and talk to them, we can show them that we're not just some fly by night home care agency, that, we take this very seriously. And these are the steps that we're going to do and how we're going to help lower their readmittance and follow their plan of care. So having those marketing materials, having them all at the ready, having them all prepared so that when you come up across any of these certain demographics, you will have that piece ready. You will have that social media post ready showing people what you do in that realm. And then the most important part, and this is a part that I see so many home care agencies not do. I have been in hundreds of home care agencies across this nation. And the beauty of home care, especially in the individually owned home care agencies, the independents, is the fact that each and every one of them has their own origin story, like a superhero or a villain. You have a backstory of why you got into home care. And if that's written really well, and if you really put pen to paper and explain to people why you got into caregiving, that is going to resonate with people. People love empathy. They love that someone got into this realm because they have a passion for maybe cancer patients or someone that has Alzheimer's or dementia. I had a client who left a six-figure tech job to take care of an ill child. And when the child got better and back on their feet, they were like, I don't want to leave this realm. And I was like, you have to promote that. You have to go out and talk to, maybe if you're looking to your niche being pediatric home care, tell your story of being that mama bear who absolutely did not want anyone else taking care of your child. And any caregiver that you're going to put into that home is going to have that same mission, that you only hire the best caregivers to go into the homes because you only want to put people in the home that you would trust with your own child. That's the kind of thing that gets your phone ringing, because anyone that is truly loves their loved one, that is looking for a care provider, wants to have that, to know that they feel safe leaving their loved one with you. So being able to paint a story, um, not just relying on your brand or your logo, but letting them know who you are. That is so important. Let people know who you are and be proud of it. It's not gimmicky. If you're worried that someone's going to think that it's a gimmicky thing or a salesy thing, they don't know what they're talking about. Because if when you connect with a person that is going through the similar thing, you can speak the same language. When you're passionate about it, people are going to understand that and see it right away, and they're going to be attracted to it. They are going to want to do business with you because they know that you get it. If you had a loved one that had Alzheimer's and that had, you know, had a horrible fall or battled cancer, and you can, when you're talking to someone and you relive that story and you're telling your story of why you got into home care, that is absolutely going to resonate with people. So please, if anything you take from this video, make sure that you write your story of why you got into home care. The art of storytelling is what attracts business. People want to know that they are connecting with people that have their loved one's best interests at heart. And when you tell your story in the right way, a proper way, you're absolutely going to grab new business. Okay. On your website, uh, a lot of people now aren't even using desktops anymore. So many people are using their tablets or their phone. So, number one, we want to make sure that your website is mobile friendly. We want to make sure that nothing gets cut off, that the pages are loading quickly, that all of your information is properly in there, that it looks nice. If whoever's designing your page, you obviously want to make your website look good, but the mobile side has to, like when you're building in Wix or any of the different platforms, there are two options. There's one for the desktop and then one for the mobile. And I've seen so many people skip it. And then when you go on the phone, like the phone number's off the page, or maybe the address isn't there, or your blog posts aren't showing up. You want to make sure that that mobile part of your site is absolutely plugged in the right way. Having a strong call to action is key. So having a sales funnel. One of the greatest things you can do in home care is education, writing articles, blogs, and things of that nature on fall prevention, Alzheimer's, dementia, diet tips, um, recipes that are good for seniors, things of that nature, putting that on your website with strong SEO keywords. And, once people start putting their information in there, say, if you'd like to have more information on fall prevention, we have our home care agency came up with 10 tips to keep your home safe, and make like a really nice PDF. Put that on your site. So say, enter your email address here, and we will send this over to you via email. But now you've captured them, and you have the ability to reach out, send them promotions, coupons, but interacting with these people through your social media, through your website, can absolutely grab you more business, because now you're interacting with these people. And now hopefully you're top of mind. So if they are reading that article about fall prevention, maybe they're worried about something. And when the time comes and they're looking for a care provider for mom and dad, hopefully your agency is the one that they're going to choose to do business with. So understanding that your digital domain, your website, that is your first impression. So it's got to be built, it's got to look nice. We got to be put together well and really focus on that mobile end of it again, because so many people are just using their phone. Now, your social media, your TikTok, your Instagram, your Blue Sky, your Twitter, your Facebook, these are all great ways to get clients. And the thing that I recommend doing, number one, is having a great picture release for the caregivers and also for your clients. I am not a huge fan of stock photography, and when you're selling home care, you want to be able to show real stories. Like, people can see the canned images of that one caregiver with the one client with the rosy cheeks. When you're able to show your real clients, your real caregivers, a day in the life of a caregiver, celebrations, birthday parties with your clients, birthday parties with your caregivers, doing a whole series of how you do CPR training at your facility for your care staff so that they're certified. That's the kinds of things that's going to get the phone ringing. It's going to get people scrolling. It's going to get people interacting with your agency. And what's important too on social media is not to just be forward facing where you're just putting out information. It's great to interact. If people start friending you, friend them back. Comment on their post. Oh, this is great. Oh, your mom looks wonderful. Happy 89th birthday. Little things like that. Again, top of mind. So when that time comes and they need a home care provider and they've been interacting with you, hopefully your agency will be the one that they choose to do business with. But this is also a great tool for recruitment and retention. If you're celebrating your caregivers on your social media, that's going to get caregivers sniffing around, hopefully. If you are looking to retain your caregivers, doing a nice promotion on your social media. This is Janet, and she just made Caregiver of the Month. We're so proud of her. She's done this, and this, and really celebrate her. There have been so many studies that say that it's not just the pay, it's having a caregiver feel like they're part of something bigger, or they're recognized for what they're trying to do. They have that heart of the caregiver, and we want to celebrate them. So your social media can be the key. And again, all of these things are free. These are absolutely free. I mean, you can pay for ads and things of that nature, but you can make a million different posts and put your information out there with hashtags that is absolutely going to get your home care agency in front of the people that are in your area. So we've talked about online. We also want to have an offline section for all of our referral relationships, going back to those case managers and the discharge planners. Having strong marketing materials, I say have a punch list. All right. I would go out to home care agencies with a checkoff list and hand it off to discharge planners and social workers that listed, things that you're going to need when you're going to go home from the hospital. Maybe befriend or partner up with a local durable medical equipment provider that offers wheelchairs and oxygen concentrators and incontinence items. So you've got everything in a one-stop shop, a piece of merchandise. And if you need help with this, reach out to me. You can email me through my website, and I can show you a simple template that you can take out into the field to talk to those professionals with, that shows what you can do, show how you can lower hospital readmissions, and all of these safety checkpoints that maybe you do with a client that's coming on to you. You're going to go home with the client and make sure that there's no fall hazards in the home. Have a whole punch list ready. Social workers and discharge planners love that kind of stuff. And it's really super simple to do. It takes zero time to really put this together. All you have to do is, when you're out marketing, again, have this marketing piece ready to show to those people that are in that position. Okay. Now, let's get into paid ads. A lot of people just want to throw money at it. But again, a lot of this stuff can be free. It's how we market properly. We want to make sure that the website is up to snuff, that we want to make sure that we're targeting the right audience, right? We just don't want to throw money out. If you've got really good, strong social media, you can do a lot on the cheap. So maybe having a paid program in Instagram and Facebook in your local area, getting those SEO points out to your community, that's huge. Um, Having those things ready, being able to spend a few dollars, it's not going to break the bank, but it's absolutely going to bring you business. And there's some simple SEO basics that you can go over so that people can find you, making sure that your Google page is set up properly. We want to make sure that everything is in its proper place so that you're able to capture that business and reach back out to the people. And when you have a really strong blog post, or you've got a great video that you've put together on your social media and you're seeing some consistent hits on it, you can pin it and then boost that one so that it goes to a greater audience. Because you'd be surprised. I have made pieces of content and I'm like, oh my God, this is the best thing since sliced bread. Put it out there and have no hits on it. And then I just throw something together on the cheap and put it out there, and like 5,000 people retweet it. And it's like, it's mind blowing. But it's really weird. It's like, you ever see some of the best songs, when they talk to the artists that have written them, it's like, I wrote this song in 3 minutes, and it's like their biggest song ever. You never know what's going to hit. But the key with social media, and this is going to be our last point of the day, is being consistent. Having these, having all of those things that we talk to, having all of those things that we put together is so important. But consistency is the key. You can't just run headstrong, do this one thing for 5 weeks, and then expect everything to just come at you. You have to be consistent. We talked about fishing earlier in the analogy. Now in marketing, let's talk about the farmer. And this is how I use that analogy in marketing. Being a farmer isn't a person that puts his hand into a bucket full of seeds and throws it into the into the dirt. That's not a farmer. That's just a person that's chucking seeds. A farmer is a person that picks a specific seed, goes out and puts it in a specific soil, but he's going to go back and he's going to feed that soil. He's going to water it. He's going to put fertilizer down. He's going to take out the weeds. He is going to cultivate that seed. You're not going to plant a seed and have an instantaneous, crop of corn. That doesn't happen. But over time, you're going to come out one day and that single plant is going to turn into multiple plants. But the key is consistency. The key is consistency. Having a calendar set up when you're going to do your social media post, looking at the analytics of what posts are doing good, boosting those posts, getting people interested in the services that you offer, but not getting tired or worn out or scared, and or just doing it like manically and doing it for a couple weeks and then expecting your phone to be ringing off the hook. This is a continuous thing. If you want to be in the home care realm, this is something that you have to do readily, steadily, every single week in and week out. Set a calendar, stick to it. And if you are consistent, you are going to capture business. The things that we talked about today, other than the paid actual promotion of an ad on Facebook or Instagram or whatever SEO program you're going to use for your business, everything else that we talked about here is absolutely free. Well, maybe the flyers that we're going to take out, you've got to get printed at Kinko's or something like that. Something of that nature costs pennies on the dollar. What you're going to get back in return on your investment. Your ROI will be very high, but consistency is the key. All right. So I put together an entire book called Swipe Right on Care. It's available on Amazon, and it goes over some simple techniques. I've got a 52-week program in there that you can just do one single thing every week of the year. I also have a comprehensive 12-week program that has multiple tiers, but you can just continue, like, just going. As soon as you get done week 12, start it back over again. But it shows you how to be consistent with different dates throughout the year, to recognize certain celebrations that you can use in home care in your marketing. I've got a whole set plan right in the book. So take a look at it. And again, if you like the swag, this is some gear that I've created. This is my new Caregiver gear, Fly Eagles Fly. I've put together an entire shop uh, on my website of caregiver swag. With pop reference cultures, shirts, and things of that nature for your care team. If you've got a great caregiver, or a wonderful caregiver that deserves something nice, there's shirts, mugs, backpacks, things of that nature, things for that caregiver that deserves a little bit of celebration. So go check it out. I love this shirt. I absolutely love this shirt. I was walking through a store today and people were like, "Is that the Eagles logo?" I'm like, "I don't know." But if you know, you know. But if you got a great caregiver out there, go check out my shop. Please like, share, follow. I'm putting out home care tips every week for home care agency owners. And again, my name's Kevin. You can shoot me a message on my website. If your home care agency is looking to grow, I'd love to work with you and help out your team grow your business into something that you can be super proud of. Thanks for joining me again today. I'm Kevin from Eldernet Hub. Have a great one.